right, we are on Leviticus chapter 22. Thank you very much for being on. I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much. We're going to read Leviticus chapter 22. So here in on this page, what we do is we read the whole Bible. All right, so we literally start in Genesis, and we're currently in Leviticus chapter 22. All right, and we're actually going to go through the whole Bible. All right, on this channel. So please subscribe as we're going to go through the whole Bible. And if you have any questions or anything, hey, always feel free to ask. Or if you just, I don't know, want to review something, anything, hey, please feel free to comment or just reach out to me somehow. All right. My email is anthonychristianlifestyle@gmail.com. Or you can just comment on one of my videos and I'll check it out. All right. And I'll get back to you. All right. All right, we're on Leviticus chapter 22. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and his sons, that they separate themselves from the holy thing of the children of Israel, and that they do not profane my holy name by what they dedicate to me. I am the Lord. Say to them, Whoever of all your descendants throughout your generation who goes near the holy things which the children of Israel dedicate to the Lord, while he has unclean upon him, that person shall be cut off from my presence. I am the Lord. Whatever man of descendants of Aaron who is a leper or has discharge shall not eat the holy offering until he is clean. And whoever touches anything made unclean by a corpse, or a man who has an emission of semen, or whoever touches any creeping thing by which he would be made unclean, or any person by whom would become unclean, whatever the uncleanness may be. So right now, the biggest thing that's going on is being clean and unclean. And the biggest thing is leprosy. All right. So just like we had COVID going on, in this time of age, there's leprosy. And leprosy is actually very visible, right? And some people have leprosy even in their homes. All right, so that's what we're talking about here. So something that's familiar to us is COVID, and you're clean or unclean. Hey, when somebody had COVID, they would isolate for 7 days. All right, and here when they would have leprosy, they would isolate for 7 days, and then they would get checked on, and then they would determine if they're gonna have to isolate again for another 7 days. All right, so that's what's going on here. Um, it also says about discharge of anything, any fluids out of your body, you are considered unclean. All right, and you have to wait till evening to be clean. Okay, by a corpse or a man who has an emission of semen, or whoever touches any creeping thing by which he would be made unclean, or any person by whom he would become unclean, whatever his uncleanness may be. The person who has touched anything such as be unclean until evening, and shall not eat the holy offering unless he washes his body with water. And when the sun goes down, he shall be clean, and afterwards he may eat the holy offering, because it is his food. Whatever dies naturally or is torn by beasts, he shall not eat, to defile himself with it. I am the Lord. They shall therefore keep my ordinance, lest they bear sin for it and die thereby. If you profane it, I am the Lord. Sanctify them. No outsider shall eat the holy offering. One who dwells with the priest or a hired servant shall not eat the holy thing. But if the priest buys a person with his money, he may eat it, and one who is born in his house may eat his food. If the priest's daughter is married to an outsider, she may not eat of the holy offering. So no marrying a Gentile, or you won't be able to eat part of the holy offering. But if the priest's daughter is a widow or divorced, and has no child, and has returned to their father's house as in her youth, she may eat her father's food, but no outsider shall eat it. So no outsider whatsoever, no Gentiles outside the house of Israel shall eat the holy food. And if a man eats the holy of offerings unintentionally, then he shall restore a holy offering to the priest and add 1/5 to it. They shall not profane the holy offering of the children of Israel, which they offered to the Lord, or allow them to bear the guilt of trespass, which they eat their holy offering. For I, the Lord, sanctify them. All right, chapter 22, verse 17 of Leviticus. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and his sons, and to all the children of Israel, 1 second. Trying to log on so I can see comments. Here we go. All right. You shall offer of your own free will a male without blemish from the cattle, from the sheep, from the goats. Whatever has a defect, you shall not offer, for it shall not be acceptable on your behalf. All right, so it has to be done from your own free will. You cannot be forced to do an offering. And whoever offers a sacrifice of peace offering to the Lord to fulfill his vow, or a free will offering from the cattle or the sheep, it must be perfect to be accepted. There shall be no defect in it. Those that blind or broken or maimed or have an ulcer, eczema, scabs, you shall not offer to the Lord, nor make an offering by fire of them on the altar to the Lord. Either a bull or a lamb that has any limb too long or too short, you may offer a free will offering, but for a vow it shall not be accepted. You shall not offer to the Lord what is bruised and crushed, or torn, or cut, nor shall you make any offering of them in your hand, in your land, nor from foreigner hand shall you offer any of these as bread of your God, because their corruption is in them and defects are in them, but shall not be accepted on behalf. So it has to be without blemish. When a bull or a sheep or a goat is born, it shall be 7 days with its mother, and from the 8th day and thereafter it shall be accepted as an offering made by fire to the Lord. Whether it is cow, you do not kill both her and her young on the same day. Don't kill the mom and the child of the offering on the same day. Whether it is a cow or ewe, do not kill both her and the young on the same day. And when you offer a sacrifice of thanksgiving to the Lord, offer it in your own free will. On the same day it shall be eaten. On the same day it shall be eaten. You shall leave none of it until morning. I am the Lord. Therefore you shall commandments and perform them. I am the Lord. You shall not profane my holy name, but I will be hallowed among the children of Israel. I am the Lord who sanctifies you, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord. All right. We're going into chapter 23. All right. Leviticus chapter 23. All right, Leviticus chapter 20. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, The feast of the Lord, which you shall proclaim to be holy, conviction, there are many feasts. Verse 3, The 6th day shall work be done, but the 7th day is a Sabbath, solemn rest of holy conviction. You shall not work on it on the Sabbath, or of the Lord in all your dwellings. So don't work on the Sabbath, which is Saturday. These are the feasts of the Lord, holy convocations, which you shall proclaim at their appointed times. On the 14th day, a Passover. 14th day, the first month, a twilight is the Lord's Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread. To the Lord, 7 days you must eat unleavened bread. On the first day you shall have but customary work on it. But you shall offer an offering made by fire to the Lord for 7 days. The 7 days shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no contrary work on it. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, When you come into the land which I gave to you, and reap the harvest, then you shall bring a sheaf of first fruits of your harvest to the priest. You shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted on your behalf. On the day after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it, and you shall offer on that day, when you have the sheaf, a male, a lamb of first year without blemish, as a burnt offering to the Lord. Its grain offering shall be beneath of ephah of the fine flour. Let me see it. All right. Here we go. And you shall offer it on that day when you weigh the sheaf male first year without blemish at burnt offering to the Lord. Its grain offering shall be 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil and offerings made by fire. Its Lord offering shall be of wine, and 1/4 of it. You shall eat neither bread nor fresh grain until the same day that you have brought it. An offering to your God shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your genealogies. All right, here we go. Verse 15. And you shall count for yourselves from the day after the Sabbath, from the day that you brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be completed. Count 50 days to the day after the 7th Sabbath. Then you shall offer a new grain of offering to the Lord. Uh, you shall bring them from your dwellings. All right. You shall bring from your dwellings 2 wave loaves of 2/10 of an ephah, and they shall be on the fine flour. They shall be baked and leavened. They are first fruits to the Lord. And you shall offer bread, 7 lambs of the first year without blemish, 1 young bull, and 2 rams. They shall be as the burnt offering to the Lord, with offerings and offering made by fire for a sweet aroma to the Lord. Then you shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goat as a sin offering, and 2 male lambs. The first year, a sacrifice of a peace offering. The priest shall wave them with two uh, 2 lambs. They shall be holy to the Lord for the priest, and you shall prediction on the same day that it is a holy convocation to you. You shall do no contrary work on it. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not wholly reap the corner of your field. When you reap, nor shall you gather any gleaning from your harvest. You shall leave them for the Lord and for the strangers. I am the Lord your God. All right. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, on the first day of the month, you shall have a Sabbath rest, a memorial of blowing the trumpet, holy communication. You shall do the contrary work on it, and you shall offer the offering made by fire to the Lord. All right. You shall do no contrary work on it, and you shall so no work on the Sabbath again. All right. Sabbath rest, a memorial blowing the trumpet, holy convocation. You shall do no contrary work on it, and and you shall offer an offering made by the to the Lord. All right. Verse 26, chapter 23 of Leviticus. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Also on the 10th day of the 7th month, it shall be a holy convocation for you. You shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire to the Lord. And you shall do no work on the same day, for it is the day of the achievement, to make atonement for you before the Lord your God. So they're making this atonement before the Lord your God. For any person who is not afflicted in soul on the same day shall be cut off from his people. And any person who does not work on that same day, that person I will destroy from among his people. You shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations. In all your dwellings, I shall be to you a Sabbath of Solomon rest, and you shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month. At evening, from evening to evening, you shall celebrate the Sabbath. So it says, celebrate the Sabbath. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of the 7th month be the feast tabernacle for the 7 days to the Lord. On the first day there shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no contrary work on it. On the first day there shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no contrary work on it. For 7 days you shall, for an offering made by the Lord and by fire to the Lord. On the 8th day you shall have a holy convocation, and you shall offer an offering of let me see here. On the 8th day you shall have a holy convocation, and you shall offer an offering made by the Lord to the Lord. It is sacred assembly, and you shall do no contrary works on it. So no work on the Sabbath again. These are the feasts of the Lord, which you shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer the offering made by fire to the Lord, a burnt offering, and again a sacrifice and dump offering, says besides the Lord. Besides the Sabbath of the Lord, besides your gifts, besides all the vows, besides all your free will offering which you give to the Lord, also on the 15th day of the 7th month, you shall gather in the fruit of the land. You shall keep the feast of the Lord for 7 days. On the first day there shall be a Sabbath rest, and on the 8th day a Sabbath rest. And you shall take for yourselves on the first day the fruits of beautiful trees, branches, palm trees, boughs of leafy trees, and willows, brooks, and you shall rejoice before the Lord your God. For 7 days you shall keep it at the feast to the Lord. For 7 days in a year you shall be a statute forever. In your generations you shall celebrate it in the 7th month. You shall dwell in the booths for 7 days. All our native Israel shall dwell in the booths, that your generation may know that I made the children of Israel dwell in booths, when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. So Moses declared to the children of Israel the feast of the Lord. So the feast of the Lord is established. All right. Feast of the Lord is established. I'm going to leave it at that for now. Thank you very much for being on. Please like and subscribe.